All right, let's talk budget laptops. If you've ever been shopping for one, you know the feeling, right? You're staring at a list of specs, and it's just confusing. Well, today we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're pitting two very common budget processors against each other. The old guard, the Celeron N4500, versus the new kid on the block, the Intel N100. Let's find out which one is actually worth your money.
And this is the question, isn't it? You see these two names, the prices look pretty similar, and you're thinking, which one do I get? I promise you, by the end of this, you will have a crystal clear answer. We are going to find the true budget champion, no question about it.
So, let's set the stage for our showdown. In one corner, you've got the familiar veteran, the one we've seen for years, and in the other, a brand new challenger that's looking to completely change the game.
First up, the Celeron N4500. You've probably seen this name everywhere. For a long time, it's been the default choice for those super affordable laptops. It gets the job done for the absolute basics. But then you have the Intel N100. This one's new, it's built on much more modern tech, and it's making some seriously big promises about what a cheap computer can actually deliver.
Okay, introductions are done. Time to pop the hood and see what's really going on with these two chips. Because when you look at the raw specs, that's where the story of this performance battle really begins.
So, this little chart tells you pretty much everything you need to know. First, look at the cores. The N4500 has 2. The N100 has 4. That's double. Then there's architecture. That's kind of like the brain's fundamental design. The N100 is on the brand new Alder Lake design, way more advanced than the N4500's older Jasper Lake. Now check this out, the power draw, or TDP. They're both listed at just 6 watts, which is super efficient, but, and this is the key, the N100 does so much more with that exact same sip of electricity.
Let's just focus on that first number, because it is a total game changer. Twice the cores. Think of it this way. The N4500 is like a little 2-lane country road. Sure, it works, but it gets backed up really fast. The N100, that's a 4-lane superhighway. It can just handle so much more traffic, more apps, more browser tabs, you name it, all at the same time without grinding to a halt.
And it's not just a wider road, it's a smarter road. That's where architecture comes in. It sounds all technical, I know, but the idea is simple. The N100's design is just way more clever. It means each and every one of its cores works more efficiently, getting more stuff done every single second. It's just a better, smarter design, top to bottom.
Okay. Specs are one thing, but who really cares about cores and architecture if it doesn't actually change how the computer feels, right? So let's translate all this tech talk into what it means for your actual day-to-day use.
This is where you really feel the difference. You know who you are, you've got like 15 browser tabs open, you're streaming music, and you're trying to type in a document. On the N4500, that's going to feel painful. You'll feel the stutter, the lag. On the N100, it's just a dramatically smoother ride. That's the power of that 4-lane highway in action.
And oh boy, the numbers, they absolutely back this up. Just look at this chart. In general performance, stuff like web browsing, opening apps, the Intel N100 more than doubles the score of the Celeron. This isn't just a small step up. It's a completely different league. It's a night and day difference in how snappy and responsive your computer's going to feel.
But it's not all about work and web browsing, right? What about the fun stuff? What about graphics? This is huge for watching video, for streaming, or even doing some basic photo touch-ups. All of that relies on the graphics built into the processor.
And here we go again. Look at that gap. The N100's graphics are more than twice as powerful. And why does this matter? Well, it means you can actually stream a 4K YouTube video without it turning into a slideshow. It means you can do some light photo editing, a task that was basically a fantasy on old budget laptops. It just opens up what your computer can actually do. And really, this quote just says it all. For the longest time, budget CPUs got a tiny bit better each year, but it was nothing exciting. The N100 isn't a tiny step, it's a giant leap that completely redefines what we should expect from a computer that doesn't cost a fortune. So, after all that, the specs, the real-world performance, the charts, it's time to call it. It's time to declare a winner in this showdown. What's the bottom line for you, the person who's about to click buy? Let's make this dead simple. Step 1. The Celeron N4500. Honestly, it's really hard to recommend this chip anymore. You should only even think about it if your needs are beyond basic, like you're only ever going to have one program open at a time. Step 2. The Intel N100. This is it. This is the one. It is the clear, decisive, no-contest winner. It gives you a genuinely modern experience for multitasking, streaming, and just getting stuff done? And here's the most important part. The price difference between a laptop with an N4500 and one with an N100 is often tiny, but the performance boost you get is massive. So if you see the choice, always go for the N100.
And you know, that kind of leaves us with one final thought. For years, we just accepted that buying a budget laptop meant buying a slow laptop. But chips like the Intel N100 are proving that just doesn't have to be true anymore. The baseline for what an affordable computer can do has been raised big time. So maybe the real question now is, what should we all start demanding from our budget devices? Thanks for joining me.